Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rich Dad.
Awesome.
Joseph Aaron.
Alex Giletti.
Good to see you all. Today we're going to talk about the biggest monetization day that I know of, certainly in our circles, history.
This was crazy. I'm going to interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
This was crazy. Capital C all the way to Y and every letter in between. Those of you know how to spell crazy, feel free to say it in the chat to prove me wrong.
But. Yes. Well, you can back me up. I mean, I can proof. I've got receipts if I need them. Right. But I've been saying this for years, right?
Yeah.
And we've been doing it for years. And certainly not at this level that I'm about to share. But it's I've been saying that the number one, right? Remember, my goal is to own 100 million subscribers in media. But really, over the next 90 days, we're going to buy at least or grow by at least 1 million subscribers in media and generate $1 million in revenue. Yeah. People hear that and they're like, there's no way, blah, 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 blah. Of course, you've seen me do the $1 million many times, but you haven't seen me grow by 1 million subscribers.
Right, but I'm about to.
Now, why are the subscribers so important? Well, first, let's just share the story. And I'm actually going to pull it up for you guys so that you can see, because it's actually still happening right now, so that you know, it's legit and it's really happening. I mean, most of you know because it's a really big conversation. But right now, if I go to this page, pulling it up. Let me share my screen for you guys. Yeah, this is crazy, guys. This is I think most of the world has no idea what's possible with this. They don't realize that this is even close to possible. Okay. So this is what I'm sharing here is Alex Hormozi. He's an entrepreneur. And if you notice, if you look on this channel here, he's got 3.61 million subscribers. Okay. He's got an event. This is day 3 of the event. He's just answering questions, 5 hours till the cart closes. This number right here, 3,384,248 copies of his book sold. Now, each of those copies represents $30. And so let's just do the math right here real quick, just so you can see. 3,384,248 times 30 is $101,527,440. He did $100 million cash collected, and he was at 2.5 on day 1. Okay, so 75 million in the first 24 hours. Now, why am I saying this? Because Alex, you can back me up.
Right.
We do this game, and this is very important for you. If you want to raise more money for the causes you care in, if you want to generate more revenue to care for your family, if you want to do, say, in a month what most people do in a year, so that you could spend more time with your family, focus more on a ministry, a calling, a purpose, whatever it is you want to do, that is possible with one key ingredient. Alex, what do you think the key ingredient is?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say influence.
Okay, that is a type of this ingredient.
A type of the, okay.
We play this game in the Change the World community. We play this game, and it's based on the parable of the talents. And the game is, okay, everyone starts with $1. So I don't have any single dollar bills, but here's $20, right?
Too much money.
Right? It's too little money. Who carries around ones now? They hardly do anything. Anyways, let's say you start with $1, right? And the idea is, like the parable of the talents, you have to double the money, right? But it's $1, so you got to double it everything every day. So day 1, $1 becomes 2. That's day 1. Day 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8. 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32. And it's real easy.
I hope you guys bought your calculator.
Yeah.
We got a lot of math going on.
Right. But it's just real easy in the first,
it sounds simple.
In the first couple, in the first week to 10 days, totally simple. Then all of a sudden the number starts getting to a number greater than, say, $200 or $300 a day. And that's where most people start battling, because they're like, I don't know how to generate more than $200 or $300 in a day, because the way that they double their money is they go work. So they'll go clean windows or clean somebody's car, or they'll spend some money to get something where they're going to work for money. And that's how most of you think of it, right? Well, eventually you get to the place, whether it's at $200 a day or the next day it's $400 or the next day it's $800 a day. Most people don't have the capacity to make $800 a day. That's just not normal.
Right.
That's, what is that?
Abnormal.
Yeah, it's like 25 to 30,000 a month, right? And usually it's only doctors or something who make that much. Well, when they see this, they're like, well, how could you possibly get to the point where you're making thousands of dollars per day, or $10,000 per day, or $100,000 per day. Like, how does that happen? And the answer is one word: leverage. Leverage. You can't do it yourself. And so Alex Hormozi, in the example I'm sharing right here, generated $100 million because he has one of the 4 primary means of leverage. And I'm going to teach them real quick. I teach this a lot to our students. And this is what I tell them when we're in our 30-day multiplier. Now, no one can double it every day. No one, because by the time you get to day 30, if you double $1 every day for 30 days, you're over $1 billion by the end of the 30 days. Okay, so you're too.
Well, some people can. You guys feel free to take on that challenge.
Yeah, and like pay us a referral fee and whatever. Maybe Elon Musk is doing that at this point or something. Because there's days where he makes billions of dollars because of the stock trading or something in a different way. But in general, let's just say someone get to $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 a day, right? That's pretty normal in the entrepreneur. Now it's leverage. Everybody say leverage. Put that in the chat. This is leverage. This is the shift right here. And the biggest opportunities for leverage are right now present in your day like they've never been in history. That's why you're hearing about so many people making so much more money than ever, because there is more leverage available to you for very cheap prices. Okay? So here are 4 ways that you can leverage. The old way is make someone else do your work for you. That's hiring people. Right. So people and a team is leverage. Yeah. Okay. That's a really old model. Farmers would hire other people to help them harvest their crops so they can harvest more crops at a time. Leverage. The farmer doesn't have to do all the work. The work is done by lots of people. Right. That's one way to create leverage. A second way to create leverage, which is also very normal, is capital. Capital is just a funny way of saying money. Yeah. Okay. So if you have money, people will do things for you, or you can build things that will do things for you. So with money, I can buy a hammer. I can pound more nails in with a hammer than I can without a hammer, right? Yep. Leverage, okay? Which brings me to part 3. And these are the big ones today. These next 2 are the ones that are changing the world and will change your life if you pay attention. And part of the purpose of the show is for me to show you how to pay attention. Pay attention. It's possible for you, okay? This is why I got my son focused on AI right now. Because AI represents the 3rd form of leverage, which is code. Computers will do work for you. And it's easier to get them to do work for you than it's ever been in history with artificial intelligence, which is just code, right? They've coded it so you can tell it what to do and it will code itself. Crazy. That's number 3. 4th form of leverage, and this is the reason why Alex Hormozi was able to do $100 million in 3 days. Number 4 is content or media. He has another way of saying it. He has again, look at it. He's got 3.6 million subscribers. Now on the channel, watching him right now, he's only got, let's see how many people are viewing this thing right now. 3,600. No, that's 3,660 watching him right now. Well, cool. That's great. That's of 3 million. Right. So it's like, what is that? 1%, I think, or something like that.
Less than that.
Okay, so it's right around there. Well, if you have 1,000 people and 1% are watching, you only got 10 watching, right? And so my point to you is this: is like there's 4 ways to leverage it so it happens even faster. And that's why I've got you doing code. And that's why I'm telling you to start YouTube channels, because you want the leverage of being able to speak one to many. This whole week, we've been building Alex's business, but we did it with leverage. We started by, just like Hormozi, doing an event that allowed us to talk to a lot of people at one time instead of one-on-one.
Don't be sleeping on events.
For real. So Alex we had 40. We had 12 people schedule meetings. We've talked to everyone but 1 so far. I don't have the exact numbers, but basically it looks like there's some people still going through funding, but it looks like we're going to do somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000 in revenue. Yep. And between 25 and 30-ish something in immediate cash flow. Right. Well, he's 17. How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I get a big piece of that, just so you know. And so does his brother and sisters. And he has to work his way into full equity. And there's a whole deal that we're doing with him. But he's really, really good at the AI. But he's good at that. That means that, I mean, it's like the show you guys like to watch. When you work with these business owners, you could be like, we provide leverage.
Yeah.
You guys seen that show?
Who here knows about leverage? I'm probably getting way too niche for the audience.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. They love that show. Okay.
Good.
So here's what I want to tell you all. The belief that you have to work hard in order to generate that much money, or the belief that that's going to take a long amount of time, is only because you haven't mastered the game of leverage. There's 4 basic kinds, and I just named them to you. Most people won't get employees because they're like, well, they cost too much and I don't have the money to pay them. Most people won't get capital because they will tell themselves, well, I don't know anybody who has money and I don't have any, so I'm going to have to wait till I get some. And it's like, that's not how the game is played. Always. Could be, right? Most people will go, well, AI seems hard and it isn't real and I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to stick my head in the sand. And so then you don't use that leverage, right? And then other people go, oh, I don't want to be an influencer, so blah, 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 blah. Well, like, I'm doing deals with people where I'm not the influencer. I'm just working with them, my brand or somebody else's brand and their audience, and helping them do 7-figure and multiple 7-figure days, just like Hormozi is doing. I've never done 100, full disclosure, I have never done anywhere close to $100 million day, but now I'm inspired to do so, right? And so that's why I'm buying media channels.
You have done $1 million days.
Oh yeah, and I've done multi-million-dollar days. I've never gotten to 8 figures yet. I've had clients almost get there, but in revenue, and I'm not even sure what cash collected. So I'm like, I'm not.
In other words, stay tuned, because when it happens, he's gonna come out here with the confetti cannon.
Yes, and no one will care. They'll be like, "Congrats, Joe!" Like whatever, right? But it's okay. Like you have the opportunity like never before. That's the message that I want to give to you. And if Alex Hormozi's story doesn't convince you of that, I don't get it. I remember when Russell Brunson told me the first time I heard the story of someone doing $1 million day. That was Russell's story from back in the like early 2000s.
Right.
And he tells that story of just being completely just like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this is possible. And then eventually he did it. Well, I heard it from him, and then I did it. Right. Well, now we're like $100 million in a day. Right now it isn't a day. Technically it's 3 days or whatever. And yes, he spent a month prepping for the launch and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't matter. The question is, how can you produce that much in such a short amount of time? And the answer is leverage. Now, if you're not doing events and you're doing one-to-one stuff, you're not utilizing leverage. If you're not looking for media channels and partnering with media channels in order to get more out, you're not using leverage. If you're not spending money on ads, for example, to talk to more people, you're not using the principles of leverage. And if you don't have team members that are better than you at the stuff that you're trying to do, you're not using leverage. And if you're not using leverage to do it, that either means you're not doing it all, or you're trying to do it all. And both of those ways are going to lead to you working real hard and not making very much, because you need leverage. And that's the lesson for today.
Mic drop.
So, son, the reason why I've got you working on AI is because we're living in a leveraged world. And eventually we believe the leverage is going to get so good that people are almost completely unnecessary, at least the number of workers that we have now. And that's probably going to happen over the next 2 years.
Scary thought, I know.
So my message to my son, and the reason why people watch this show is because they want to hear what a rich dad tells a poor son. They want to get the advice. They want to hear it. That's why they watch. And also, Alex is so cool, and they want to see a story and stuff like that, right? And so, Alex, my message to you is the same that I tell you in private. Right now, leverage is getting so good, you need to make 10 years of income in the next 1 to 1.5 years. And you need to use leverage as best as you can to do that. And if you're not thinking that way, you're probably going to have some serious problems if you don't have a bunch of capital already laid aside in the coming years. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, whatever, you just have more money. But if I'm right, there is some serious pain and struggle and a dip coming to society with things like universal basic income that other billionaires are talking about because of the power of leverage that is going to steal jobs. It's already stealing jobs, in my opinion. And I am working to trade significant amounts of money in the market with that expectation. That got real deep and real whatever. But here's my point. If you're not using leverage, then you're working too hard. If you're not using leverage, you're not making nearly as much as you could. It's time for you to use leverage. I help people use leverage of media. He helps people use the leverage of AI and code. If you're ready to stop playing around and working real hard, and you want some help with leverage, we got you. just type leverage in the chat and we'll get back to you. Alex, last words.
Last words. I don't think I can say it better than that.
We provide.
Leverage. We're going to get copyrighted for that.
Have a good night. See
Have a
ya.
good night, everyone.